This is our annual Peacemaker of the Year award. Also, this is a celebration of New Year's Eve in New York. Let me just talk a little bit about the accomplishments of our organization in 2014. LBAPN is dedicated to peace and justice. And I just want to tell you that every Friday night we have a vigil on 2nd Street in Long Beach. And also we have a vigil on the first Friday of every month in Bixby Knolls. And on those vigils we talk to people about peace. We're working very closely with Military Families Speak Out, Pat Alviso and Jeff Merrick. And you know, the VFP. Another thing we do is a teen memorial. And the teen memorial represents about 400 teenagers that have been killed in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. We lobby Congress, especially, I think that Alan Lowenthal gets a call from us or a visit from us about every week. The other thing is we work very closely with Unite Here and the Coalition for Good Jobs in a Healthy Community, the Immigrants, thank you, and the Immigrant Rights Coalition, and the Filipino Migrant Center. We have this police brutality. I was just at a demonstration of just the family members of people of Dante Jordan, who was killed on January 24th of this year by the Long Beach police. He was shot in the back. The first award is going to be presented by Naida Tushnet.
Giving an award for a campaign victory, though it's victories, to Unite Here Local 11. They were deep in the struggle to pass Measure N for living wage for hotel workers, and in this past year actually organized and got union representation at 2 hotels in downtown Long Beach, the 2 Hyatt hotels. And they're not done yet. Stay tuned, more will be happening. Unite Here works for workers, and large numbers of them are immigrants, and most of them are women. And it is a low-wage job that if you ever thought about making the number of beds they make a day, this is not easy work. And most hotels don't have long-handled mops. If you've ever done mopping on the floor on your hands and knees, you know that that's not easy work. And so a living wage is an important issue, and union representation will actually protect health and safety of these workers. So we'll see more from them, but I'm going to accept the award for them because most of the Unite Here Local 11 people are working tonight.
Thank you, Naida. That's great. Okay, the next award is going to be presented by, I think, Rose. Rose is an organizer with the Anakbayan Center, is that right? Anakbayan Center, Long Beach. And she's very active with it's a Filipino organization, and she's going to present the next award.
Thank you so much. Hi everybody, good evening. Happy New Year's Eve. I'm just like our young man just introduced me. I'm Megan. I'm Rose Dominguez. I'm the vice chair of Anakbayan Long Beach. And I'm here to present the award for Rising Star. And so I've known Kayla Crow. The first time I met her, she was doing a poem for the Anakbayan USA radio show that we had a couple years ago now. And she did a powerful and poignant poem on landlessness and government corruption that's happening in the Philippines. And I was just like, wow, this girl is awesome, and she's going to be amazing. And so Anakbayan is a progressive Filipino youth organization, and we focus and educate and organize our youth, Filipino youth, around issues regarding human rights violations in the Philippines, human rights violations in the Philippines, U.S. militarization. We also rally around wage theft. We've been working on with the Filipino Migrant Center on that. We also are concerned with raising the rising cost of tuition in college and the student debt crisis. And we also tackle environmental justice issues. Just last year, the worst typhoon in history hit the Philippines, Typhoon Haiyan, killing thousands. And as a result, we recognize as a Filipino youth organization that these are not just, this is not just about climate change. This is really about deep systemic issues, and that these are man-made disasters that have really been driven by foreign transnational corporations, and we recognize that that's not okay. And so Kayla really recognized the importance of garnering support, especially through the Long Beach Area Peace Network, and she helped to raise $500 for NAFCON, the National Alliance for Filipino Concerns, and she also did an educational discussion with you all called Change the System, Not the Climate. And she's also an amazing poet and wonderful artist. She's a rising freelance writer, and we're so excited to continue seeing the cultural work that she has yet to share with us, especially within this community and within the Filipino community. And without further ado, we present the Rising Star Award to Kayla Crow.
Okay. Thank you. I always feel really awkward speaking in front of everybody, but it's amazing when it's a community and a group of people that you're so familiar and comfortable with. It makes it so much easier. LBAPN was actually the first organization I started working with when I started organizing here in Long Beach, and I've been so grateful and motivated and inspired that I've gotten to build not only with LBAPN but connected to my work with the Filipino community and with the work of Anakbayan, to be able to have the great discussions we've had on climate change and on corrupt policies and corrupt governments in the Philippines, looking at the human rights abuses and human rights violations that, you know, we understand the importance and the devastation that's going on, looking at the fact that we're all trying to end U.S. militarization across the world, and given the ridiculous and sadly enhanced U.S. militarization in the Philippines, being able to do these discussions and have this awareness and education with everybody has been amazing. To build this support and to build this solidarity in our community is absolutely inspiring, and it keeps me going every single day. So thank you so much. I'm very proud to be a part of LBAPN and a part of Anakbayan and build that work. The fact that in one night we were able to get about $500 for typhoon relief from individual members alone, kind of spontaneously off the bat, nobody expected that. It was, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's what keeps us going. It keeps this movement alive, and I'm so honored. Thank you so much.
The next award will be presented by Keith Garway.
I read the program about Horace here and started the first grand black radio station at the Ohio University. He was one that educated young people in the 60s about the My Lai massacre. The Horace I know is a friend of mine for about 10 years. He's been a very special person. And I met him out there on 2nd Street, and I can't even talk to all the people on 2nd Street, not even at Huntington Beach, because some of them get me very upset when they talk about war like it's just a beautiful thing. Because I think about all them people that are dying that don't need to die, poor people especially, and about how they're massacred and everything. And Horace has the gift of gab. He can talk to anybody. And I never know what type of people are going to approach us and what's going to happen. And sometimes I get mad at people, and I don't want to because I'm a peace activist, so I'm not supposed to go out there and kick ass, you know. But Horace has got that gift, and he can talk to anybody. And I remember one night on 2nd Street, we had a Turkish guy that came up, and he talked to us, and he was an interesting character, but finally he pushed my buttons, and he was talking about how women at the beach dress and how evil that is and all this. And I was like, hey, wait, I don't agree with you. In fact, I think you're an idiot. And I started screaming at him and everything else. And I left, and Horace continued to talk to the guy for about another hour. Yeah, he could do things like that. I guess without any further ado, I'd like to bring Horace down here. And
the first group I belonged to, veterans group, was something called Vietnam Veterans Against War. Yay. That was the first veterans group I knew about that was dealing with Agent Orange exposure and PTSD, which is not new. It was called shell shock. Other names. In the Civil War, they called it soldier's heart. When you've seen too much combat, it got lost. When I dealt with them, they also helped people get their bad contact discharges upgraded. Help people work out hassles with the VA. That was good. That was just a start. I can't keep from doing things that are related to social improvement. Giving somebody a hand, doing something for somebody that will help them out. That's why I got involved with a group of radio students in southeastern Ohio, Arlington West. For people who don't know about it, that's the thing that's done in all parts of the country. East Coast to the West Coast, North and South, by veterans. You have to be a veteran to participate. VBAW is Arlington West, which makes a imitation graveyard with the names and ages of people who've been killed in Iraq and Afghanistan. And soldiers come out and see it. Lots of members from the unit. Wives who have jobs with their husband don't understand why it's like that now. We tell them about a thing called the Soldiers Project. Our friend of Patton Jeffs started that. It gives free help and does not report to the military, to individuals, families, nurses, anybody who's helped with that. And Long Beach Area Peace Network does a lot of different things. You've seen some other people who got awards tonight explain what they did and why they got an award. It's about doing something for people, making the world a better place. Not because you were there, but because you did something that might have helped someone.
I've worked with Horace. He's really a wonderful poet, and he's an author. His poems are very poignant, and the incident with the in Vietnam, where he was walking down the street, is in one of his poems, and really affected me.